So, if you're new here, my name is April and I offer intuitive guidance, and I also have one-on-one intuitive guidance sessions available, which I'll leave the link for that down below. Today, we're going to be talking about abundance blocks and how to move through them. Um, this is something I have been working on and cultivating from within for years now. And just recently, about 6 months ago, I had this massive breakthrough, and I filmed it. It synchronistically was filmed in a video that I recorded called something like "Get Paid Just to Exist." In that video, you saw me have like an in the moment breakthrough where I found this source of abundance inside of me. It was like I broke through a barrier and got full of this just abundant energy. And ever since that shift, I have gone through major, I don't know what to call them. They're not necessarily initiations, but they kind of are. Anything that was not in alignment with that new frequency, that new energy that I found, that I had wash over me, was brought up to my attention. So over these past 6 months, I have been just getting hit with, thoughts and manifestations of lack over and over and over again, because they were all subconscious limiting beliefs that I still held that were not in alignment with this new abundant frequency that I was gifted, that I had found in that video. And I want to share with y'all the top 4 things that I have come to understand and integrate in hopes to cut down the amount of time that it takes y'all to find this and to become this source of abundance for yourself. So, number 1 is that you believe you have to work hard and trade your time for money. This keeps you separate from source as a small, limited being who has to create its own source of abundance. I took notes because I didn't want to miss anything. This keeps you trapped in the inverted matrix, in the belief that you are small and limited and that you have to trade your time for money, that you are not inherently worthy of abundance, that you are not inherently worthy of receiving directly from the source, right? And when I say this, any thoughts that come up are blocking you from that source, okay, which I'll get to in the next part. And number 2, you have nothing of value to offer this world. Number 2 and number 3 are kind of linked. You believe you have nothing of value to offer the world, and this comes from low self-worth. And this is directly linked to number 3, overstimulated and oversaturated with other people's content. You need to spend more time in stillness and get to know your own voice. So these two work together perfectly, because oftentimes when we have low self-worth, when we don't believe in ourselves, when we don't think that we have value, inherent value, we numb. We want to get out of our body and into our minds, and we want to create a false reality through our thinking mind, but we don't actually embody any of the teachings or content that we're taking in. And this is because we don't believe we are capable, we don't believe we are worthy, and we don't believe that we are of value to this world, right? And none of these are true. None of this is true. These are all blocks directly hindering you from becoming the embodiment of the highest, most abundant version of yourself, right? And sitting in stillness is directly related to shadow work, because if you have not done your shadow work, or if you have more shadow work that needs to be done, you'll feel uncomfortable sitting in stillness. You won't want to. You'll want a distraction. You'll want to numb, right? Sitting in stillness can be so uncomfortable and not very fun. But this is directly correlated with shadow work, because shadow work means that you are becoming aware of aspects of yourself, your ego, that are standing in the way of God, that are blocking God from pouring through and miraculously raining abundance into your life, right? And there's a difference between thinking something and being something, embodying something. And if you don't take the time to do your shadow work and sit in stillness and integrate everything that you're learning, then you're not becoming it, right? It's one thing to be like, oh, I am worthy of success, I am worthy of abundance, and then to actually move through life as if you know, right? Because your thoughts are not actually directly creating your reality unless you embody them, right? So when you have thoughts of low self-worth, they're completely meaningless and neutral unless you then embody what that means. Okay, so if you have thoughts of fear, thoughts of lack, thoughts of scarcity, thoughts of low self worth, and then you act as if those things are true, then you are embodying those thoughts and they will create your reality. Okay, it's one thing to say, I am worthy of success, but then here comes an opportunity for you to put yourself out there in a way you never have before, and you actually are like, no, I'm not ready yet, I will next time. Or you get an intuitive calling to make a video, no, I'm not ready yet, I'll do it later. You're not embodying the I am worthy of success, you're embodying the I am valueless, I have no worth, I'm not good enough. Because when you receive an external nudge or an internal intuitive nudge guiding you to do something that is ultimately for your success, but you're just too scared to do it, you are showing yourself that the thoughts of low self-worth are true, which is okay. We all have been there, right? And the inherent want to suppress yourself and keep yourself small when you have an opportunity to put yourself out there doesn't make you bad or wrong. It makes you normal on a human level, normal. We all have that feeling of wanting to keep ourselves safe and small and unseen to protect ourselves. Okay, so it's not that that feeling is going to go away, it's that you begin acting as if it's not true. So you still have that feeling of not wanting to put yourself out there, of not wanting to take this great opportunity because you don't feel worthy of it, but you know that it's what you want. It's what you should do. And then you do it anyways. This is how you embody what you are learning, what you are integrating. Okay? So your thoughts are valueless. I don't want to say completely valueless, but ultimately they have no real creation ability unless you embody them. Okay, do you get what I'm saying there? It's one thing to say you deserve success, it's another to act as if you deserve success. It's one thing to have thoughts of low self-worth, it's another thing to act as if these thoughts of low self-worth are true. You have permission, not by me, just by your own being, to act as if the thoughts of low self-worth aren't true, because they're not. And the more you begin to act as if your limiting beliefs aren't true, the more you begin to reinstate to yourself that you are worthy, right? So don't forget that key aspect of integrating and becoming the content that you are taking in, which requires you to spend time in stillness or neutrality. Even if sitting in meditation and stillness doesn't resonate with you, you can do the dishes without TV or music and just be in a neutral space. You can clean your house in a neutral space without music, without TV. When you're driving, don't turn the radio on. When you're taking a shower, breathe, be with your senses. When you're going to the bathroom, like, I'm trying to point out times where you don't have to add anything into your day. It's things you're already doing. Right? So you can even meditate when you're talking to other people. You can meditate 24 hours a day. You can be in stillness 24 hours a day. It doesn't actually matter what is going on out there. It's what is going on in here. It is only when we're scrolling on our phones that it's kind of like our phones are like vortexes that suck our consciousness into them. And so then we merge our consciousness with our phone's consciousness, and we aren't in our own sovereign field. We're swiping, we're taking on all of these energies, we're confused, we're hearing all these different opinions and thoughts. So just take more time to be in nature, to do things in silence, to live your life in stillness rather than chaos and noise, right? Internal. Okay. The external can be chaotic. You can have kids running around. You can be having to make dinner and go here and go there and still be in a state of stillness. Okay. So, number 4, this is a good one. You are forcibly attempting to penetrate the abundance field with your masculine energy. You must learn how to be in feminine flow. Trust and believe, and you shall receive. So, when we're hyper masculine, when we're in an imbalance, and we're more hyper masculine, we're going to be out there trying to make it happen, get it, grind, work harder. And we're suppressing the feminine need to rest and relax in the sense of trust that all is well, that we will be provided for. And when we have that imbalance and we're attempting to penetrate this abundant field that we want, we're actually repelling it away from us. Just think of anytime anybody's tried to force anything on you, you're instantly repelled from them, right? So this is what you could be doing with abundance, is you're forcibly attempting to penetrate it with your energy and to get it and to take from it, rather than being imbalanced. When your feminine and masculine are imbalanced, you have this sort of structure, this container that has been cultivated by your masculine in order to make room for the depth of your feminine, the deep cultivation of knowing, the deep cultivation of trust and surrender, right? The masculine creates a container for you to express yourself, such as a YouTube channel or an Instagram page, or the courage, the value of self to apply to the college that you want to go to get that job that you want. The masculine creates the container, creates the safe space for you to feel good enough. So doing your shadow work, being that space, that container to hold yourself while doing the inner work, is actually masculine and feminine, right? You're creating a safe container within yourself to deeply feel, to deeply surrender to life, to deeply trust in the unseen, to form this relationship with source, with yourself, with God, right? So when you're hyper masculine, you're repelling because you're attempting to forcibly penetrate something that doesn't want to be forcibly penetrated. Whereas when it's in balance, you rest and receive. You've learned how to rest and receive. You can breathe more deeply. And this ties right into number 2 and 3. When you're feminine and masculine are in balance, you feel more safe in doing the inner work. You feel more safe in being in stillness, right? And this takes effort in healing your mental and emotional bodies. Your mental body is what, when it's fractured, when it's traumatized, it's what is always either in the past or the future. It's depressed, it's anxious, it's thinking about that, it's thinking about this, what's going to happen? Oh my God, I can't believe that happened, right? Your mental body is what is attempting to keep you out of the present moment through depression and anxiety, past and future. Okay, so You resolve these conflicts, these inner conflicts, through forgiveness. Through forgiveness of the past. Move through what you need to move through with forgiveness. Don't pretend to forgive. To actually forgive, you have to move through the grief. You have to move through the rage. You have to move through the emotions that arise before you come to a, okay, I forgive. Right? And when you heal the emotional body, it means that you are allowing emotions to arise without immediately reacting to them like a wounded animal, like you're a wounded animal, right? You've learned how to hold space for your emotions and how to transmute them and then respond. Okay, so when your mental, emotional, and physical body taking aligned action rather than flailing around because you're worried about the future, you feel bad about the past, you're reacting to your emotions, so you're just flailing around in the external world, taking action here, taking action there, wasting all of your precious energy out of fear that you're not good enough, out of fear that if you don't, you won't be abundant. When you're doing that, it's a lot, and you're actually draining your life force energy, and you're not actually severing, but you're blocking your connection to source. You're blocking your connection to that abundance that you wish to receive. So when you heal your mental and emotional and physical bodies and begin to act in alignment with all three, you're not allowing your mental body to control your actions through fear or anxiety. You're not allowing your emotional body to control your actions because you're just reacting. Now your physical body can move in alignment with the divine, with your soul's purpose. That means that you've learned how to cultivate energy from within and to only take action when it's necessary. To only move when you know it's going to strike. Like a cobra or like a ninja on like a practice field or something, right? You don't see ninjas moving around flailing through the practice field. They're very attuned. They're attuned to these subtle bodies and to their physical surroundings, and they know exactly when to strike and take out their opponent. They aren't just like throwing their little ninja stars everywhere hoping to hit something. Right? So it's this precision of action that is needed when cultivating this inner space of abundance, because otherwise you're just drained and you're disconnecting yourself from the source because your cup is empty. Right? But when your cup is full, when you've integrated these bodies and you know when to replenish and recharge and when to move, your cup is full. Okay, so I hope that this video was helpful. And if you have any further questions, you can put them down below. If this confused you or you're not sure how to apply it to your own life, you can always book a one-on-one session with me, which I'll leave the link down below. I have one-time one-on-one sessions that are 60 minutes where I will create this container for us to move into whatever the issue is that seems to be arising for you. I will help you to see perhaps what you can't see because you're in it. I will help hold a space for you to allow discomfort to arise if that is what's necessary, and you'll leave feeling more clear about what actions to take moving forward, on what to move forward in. I'm not going to tell you what to do. All I can do is guide you into your own intuitive guidance so that you become more clear on what you know you need to do. Okay? So I'll leave that down below and I will talk to you guys later.